Hello and welcome to the 8th part of this video series where we're making a Dribble clone. Now in this video we are going to work on the video component. In the previous video we worked on the image component and also completed it. So now we are going to work on the video component. Okay, so for that let's go to our code base and we are going to make one more file here, and that would be video component.tsx. Actually this would be almost same to our image component, or only some adjustment will be needed here. So let's go to the image component and we can copy all this JSX part from here and then paste here. Now we need to do some changes here. First we only want to accept the videos, okay, and okay, so I think everything should be same except for this tag. Now we want a video tag over here, so we can add that. We only need src. A video tag does not contain any kind of alt property, and yeah, everything should be same. Now we can go back again to the image component and we can copy all these things, okay, and paste over here, and again go to the image component and we can copy this as well. Okay, so we are just doing copy pasting and doing some small changes. So yeah, the video component will be very easy to make since we already made the image component. Okay, now what we need here, we need entry id, and okay, so we only need entry id here, so we can pass that as a prop here. Entry id, that will be string, and then we can just structure that over here. Okay, so now we do not have any kind of error. Okay, and yeah, this is what we have to do over here. Okay, and if we find any kind of problem we can obviously come back and fix that here. Okay, now after we made our video component, we can go to the sidebar menu, and from here we are going to add that component to our page here. Okay, so let's find our video. So this one is image, and after that we should have video. So this one is video. So when clicking on this div, we want to add a video component. So on click and we can add video comp. Now let's copy this, go above, let's close this one, and we should already have a function to add the image. Now the function for adding a video component will be same as well. So we can just copy this and we can just change the name over here, and we can then change this type, which will be video, and everything else should be same. And now we are able to add our video component. Okay, now let's also add these functions to our video editor. This update all text function will not be there since our video do not contain any kind of alt text. Okay, so we are going to leave this, and then we are going to use only these two functions. So let's copy this, let's go below. So this is for image and this is for video. Okay, so here we do not need this alt text, so we can remove this, and then we are going to have layout. So on clicking this we are going to make this small, so we can add the make small function, and also we can add the CSS part. So here similarly we can copy the make large function from here, paste here, and the CSS as well. Okay, so we are done with our layout part. So I think that's all for the sidebar menu, and now let's go to the upload component and we can render our video component here. So let's add one more condition, else if the entry dot type, if this is equals to video, then we are going to return video component. Okay, and then we can pass the key will be entry.id. Actually, let's copy that from here, and now let's close this and save this, and I think that should be all. Now let's save, refresh the page, let's add one image. Okay, now let's click on this insert block, add the video component. Okay, so this is not adding. Let's go to our sidebar menu. Okay, so I made the mistake here. This should not be here. Actually, this is a main component, so we should add this function inside our main sidebar. So this is our main sidebar, and then we can find our video. As you can see, this is the video, and we can add the function here, and now this should work. Okay, so now let's select this, add a video over here, and as you can see, we have our video component. Now let's select this, and as you can see, this only allows me to add videos. Okay, so let's click on this one. Okay, so this is the video. Now you can add a control over here, so let's go to the video component and let's add a control here. Okay, and now we should have a control, and now we have a sidebar menu as well, but this is for image. So actually we have to change one more thing in our video component. So on clicking this, we have to make the selected menu to video. Okay, and that's it. Now when I click on this, as you can see, now we have a video sidebar menu over here, and it is working for this. Okay, so I think now let's change the video over here. So I can choose this one. Okay, and this is working. As you can see, our video got changed. Now let's remove this, and now let's try to check for the drag and drop. So first I'm going to check this part. Okay, so we can check with this. So this is working. Let's remove this. Okay, and now we are going to check this. Okay, so this is also working. Let's remove this. And now one thing I also want to check, if I can add the image over here or not. So as you can see, I am not able to add the image here. Now I'm going to check the same for this one. Okay, so here I am able to add the image, which I should not be able to do that. So we are going to add a condition here. And now let's go to the sidebar menu. Okay, and here we have other media. So this is actually controlling all the change and remove functions. So we have to go there in the other media, and first we have entry data. So we can move this up over here, and based on the entry data, so we can check here if the entry data dot type, if this is equals to, let's say, image, then we are only going to allow the images. Okay, so we are going to add one more if condition. So if the event dot type, the file dot type dot starts with is an image, then we are going to add this. Else if, okay, so else if the type is video, so we can go here and add the video. Okay, and then we can copy this and paste here, and this should be video, and add a forward slash over here and here. Okay, now let's save, and now this should be working. So let's remove this. Now right now this is a video component, so I should not be able to add an image. So as you can see, I'm not able to add the image. Now let's try with the video. So this is working. Now let's try for the image component, if that is working as well or not. Okay, so now if I try to add a video, this is not working. If I try to add a image, this is working. Okay, and also as you can see, the sidebar menu for video has alt text and this does not have. Okay, so everything is now done for the video component and this is working as well. So yeah, so now we are done with the image and video component. Now one more thing, that I want to edit this first image or media using our editor. So the first media can be either the image or the video, so we want our sidebar menu according to that. Okay, so let's go to our first media. Okay, and when I click on this, so when we click on this, we want to select the menu first. Okay, let's get our menus here, the menu store here. So first we can write set selected menu, and inside this we are going to use ternary operator using our type here. So in the upload component we are passing type here. As you can see, we are passing the type, so we can use here the type. So we can write here, if the type is equals to image, then we are going to have a image menu. Otherwise, if the type is equals to video, then we are going to have a video sidebar menu. Otherwise, we can just add a main. Okay, so with this, if I select this, and now as you can see, since this is an image, we have our image sidebar menu. Okay, so this one's is good. Now we also want the set selected entry ID, which will be entry ID. Now let's click on this again, and now we have our image over here. Let's try to shrink this. So actually we need to add that CSS here, which we can get from image component. So open this, and there it is. So let's copy this. Actually let's cut it from here and add this here, and similarly we can go to the first media and we can add that over here, I think. Okay, and we need the entry data, so we can get our entry data. We can write const is equals to use upload data store get entry, and here we can write const entry data is equals to get entry, and then pass the entry ID here. And now if I click on this, as you can see, now this is smaller, now this is bigger. Okay, now let's try to add something here. So we can write first image. Okay, so when I try to add something here, this got smaller, so I think we made a mistake in our sidebar menu. Let's go above. So when we update our alt text here, okay, so we are passing ID content extra1 extra2. Extra2 is for the size, so this one is content, this one is the alt, and then we also have to pass the data dot extra2. Okay, since we do not want to change the size of our component here. Okay, now let's make this big. Now if I try to write something hello, so this is not changing, and that's what we want. Now let's go below and let's see. So in the first we have hello and then large, so this is working. Now let's try to remove this. Okay, and now we cannot actually add the images from here, we have to add them from here. Okay, and now let's try drag and drop here, so we can make this smaller, and let's add this image. So this is also working. Let's remove this again. Let's try the video, which will not work. Okay, so this is working. And now let's change this thing, since right now we are not able to add the image from here, which should not be happening, and also we want a BG gray here. Okay, so let's go to the first media. If you do not have that data, so we can go to the image component and we can copy this from here and then paste here. Okay, now as you can see, this is now gray. Okay, and let's add this input. Okay, over here, and we are going to make these functions. So we can just go to the again image component. We are going to copy all these things, copy this and paste here. We are going to remove duplicates, so remove this one, import the useref, and now when I click on this, okay, so we need to add this handle click function to this, and also drag and drop. So we can go here and copy all this and paste to this div. Okay, now when I click on this, we can add image. Okay, so this is working. I think we are correctly updating our data. Let's remove this. Let's try to drag and drop. Okay, so if I try to drag and drop a video, this should not work. Actually, this is not working. So now let's try to drag and drop a image, and this is working. So this all are working now, and yeah, with that we are done with our video component as well, and also we have made our first media editable. Okay,